It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now here's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake. King. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Simmons And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. King. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Anytime that ball comes to me, I try to take it to the house.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off and reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. It's Hill. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 29. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
When we talk about defending specifically linebackers, keeping your eyes in the right spot, he had that the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Come on, let's go. Dominate this. Let's go.
King now, throwing to start the drive.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. King forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield there. He doesn't scramble for him first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
From the 40 now on second down, Mahomes. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. At the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down and 4, Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you're running a slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
King on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. They can't lead us now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. Got a miss. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Nice move at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Mahomes going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've come upon halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll start with the option. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career.
point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On first down, Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to...
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that
one. Here's King throwing on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Simmons. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Back to throw. King. And incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. A good pick up there. 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Brandon Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Mahomes being chased out left. Scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now King on 1st down. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. King. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this 2nd half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking to throw. King. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Operating from the gun, King.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
King now, throwing on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. Back to throw. King. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. King. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
King gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On second down, here's the option.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So this one in the wind. About the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.